It's my pleasure to introduce, and I'd ask you to welcome, the Solar Decathlon's #1 fan, Secretary of Energy, Samuel W. Bodman.
Thank you, Andy, for that wonderful introduction, and I want to thank everyone for coming, particularly the students. I'll have more to say about them in a minute. As Andy has said, I have to confess that being part of the Solar Decathlon is, in my experience, one of the best things about this job. Even at last evening's reception, I stated that I am an engineer by training. And in the early days of my professional career, I was a university professor. So I'm very interested in what is going on here over this next week. The Solar Decathlon affords some of the very able young minds and presents them the opportunity to work in practical ways on a very complex set of problems. These houses, which are the result of all of your hard work, are all marvels of engineering and design, of creativity and of innovation. And I know this because I have seen it for myself. I've already been down here twice to visit the decathletes and tour the village. I have to say that the houses behind us look a lot better this morning than they did last evening when I came through here. And I have the feeling that there were a lot of all-nighters pulled by the various teams in order to get everything ready for today's competition. Competition begins here today, and it has, for the decathletes, been more than a year in the making. The challenges presented by our desire to harness the power of the sun are, in my judgment, very considerable. That these young people, these young scientists, engineers, and architects would take it on speaks very well of them and speaks well for the future of energy security, both here and around the world. We can and we will meet these challenges through the diversification of our energy supplies and suppliers, but also through improvements in efficiency, like the ones you will see here on display at the Solar Decathlon. This is not just a teaching exercise. It is a working laboratory of innovation that will help point the way to a brighter, more secure energy future for all countries, including our own. The Department of Energy is very proud, as you can tell, to sponsor this competition. The Solar Decathlon complements the President's Solar America initiative, which seeks to make solar energy cost competitive by the year 2015 when compared to conventional forms of energy. That's going to be about a reduction of approximately 50%, and we have, I believe, a credible program that should lead to that kind of a result. Looking forward, we face great challenges as a nation, challenges to meet the increasing demand for energy and to develop new energy sources that are less harmful to the environment. The Solar Decathlon is, of course, about you, the decathletes. It exists partly to encourage young people like you to pursue careers in science and engineering. I walked down that career path myself a little while ago, and I know how exciting and how stimulating that opportunity can be. We hope that it will encourage young people to think creatively about renewable energy and energy efficient technologies, and about energy needs, consumptions, and security. But there is another equally important purpose behind this event that I want to mention. The Solar Decathlon is also about improving and enlarging the ways we develop and apply solar energy technology. And now, with global energy demand expected to double over the next 30 years, we have reached a point where there is a convergence of enhanced energy efficiency with the need to generate clean, secure energy. Each of these homes behind me must provide the energy needed by a typical family, but only through solar power. The 10 individual contests occurring here over the next week or so are an opportunity for these teams to show us ways to generate great savings in overall energy consumption, as well as new strategies for increasing energy efficiency. This competition to design, build, and operate the most attractive, effective, and energy-efficient solar-powered homes lets our student decathletes demonstrate technologies and methods of construction that are increasingly being used in the marketplace. The winner of the 2007 Solar Decathlon will be the team that has the best blend of livability and modern conveniences with maximum energy production and optimal efficiency. This, in my view, is a very difficult competition. It requires a team effort, a steady team effort. In the Solar Decathlon, victory is not earned through one single endeavor. It comes only after a consistent display of excellence throughout the competition in a variety of disciplines. On behalf of the entire U.S. Department of Energy, I want to say to these students just how proud and pleased we are that you are taking part in this competition. Each of you has already accomplished a lot because the competition just to get a spot in this lineup was very significant. We had about twice as many applicants as we had room for, and so each of these teams has already demonstrated extreme skill in order to even accomplish being present here today. As I said just a moment ago, every one of these houses is a marvel of engineering and design, of creativity and innovation. And before I turn the podium over to my colleague, Assistant Secretary Karsner, I want to once and for all say good luck to all of the teams. Thanks very much.